Okay, I believe so. It is now good. If I can just double
Okay.
check. So yeah,
I I am looking and it works.
it seems it's good. Welcome, guys. How's it going? How's everyone doing anyways today? Come on, guys, you
Not
gotta
too
talk.
Doing
shabby.
good.
Good,
I'm
good. Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Just don't want silence here. I need something to reply to me, man.
You need content.
I need
Happy
content,
you
definitely.
suck.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Love to the masses already. So yeah, of course we're gonna be doing it a little bit different to what of course Mr. Wicker does on his lovely podcast. We're gonna just do a community chat, more like we're gonna communicate more about the game itself and everything else. So we're gonna be doing a few, of course, segmented stuff that I have here. ID check, of course, is just introducing the people that I have in the channel here with me. So, of course, I have Mr. Air Mike from ART. You got Necron from EL, I believe it is, right? I'm saying that's
Yeah.
right. Okay,
Exalt Legion.
there you go. Yeah, trying to remember who's from who again. And you got Rivali and Thief Duck from OG, and I'm from OG as well, of course. So yeah, so of course we're going to be looking over updates, good and bad. Not going to do any ugly because I guess the bad really just shows off anyways, the uglies. And yeah, bugs, and of course Drunken Truce will definitely be the opinions. So we'll just look at any opinions, of what you think of the game right now, what the state is, maybe future updates, previous updates, what was maybe could have been adjusted a little bit better to that, and so on. So yeah, let's go to updates. So we'll do updates. So first, of course, what was it? Last two updates we had. One was relating to weather. What do you guys think of weather when that got slapped in?
It was alright. Honestly, not too impactful on the whole gameplay, but it was nice seeing the buildings and everything covered with snow. Seeing the color changes. Some of the stuff was pretty shit. Like berry bushes were very hard to find during fall and winter, but otherwise pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, what's the Yeah, I thought the winter will be more annoying. Like, first I didn't like that there's seasoning coming into the game, seasons. So I thought like, oh no, winter's gonna really suck. And then I thought really, oh man, you're getting damaged, you have to go close to a camphor. But once I played it a bit more, I really thought, well, it's not that crazy, you know. You can have a battle and still not completely freeze instantly. It's just slowly damaging you.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
and
That was really good,
I
wasn't it?
I agree. The plants, it's hard to see. They could really improve that, especially when you do farming or just going out and seeing like a cabbage or something. I mean, the colors is much different.
Yeah, definitely was
Yeah,
difficult foraging. 100%. I agree with that. It's just you don't see much afterwards when it hits that winter or
Yeah.
the autumn side as well. Yeah.
But I haven't really seen snow or rain or something yet. I've heard it from other people. I haven't really seen the effects much. I think that's really
Yeah.
random when it comes or where
Apparently,
it comes.
yeah. Apparently there was meant to be like snowstorms and rainstorms occur. I believe somebody as well did within our group go to an area where there was like a little bit of a snowstorm, and it was like a bit more kind of white, kind of, I guess you'd say, like the snow instead was more thick. You couldn't see much of it, but I'm interested, very interested. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's a good start. Like you were saying with the snow, I did see some of it. Basically on the tops of like some buildings and the castles and stuff, there would be like a little thin layer of snow, which was really cool. But I'm excited to see what else they do with that kind of stuff because the foundation's there.
yeah, definitely. And what else? So we had that was that one update, and then they added on this next one, windmills. Windmills was there. That was for the new power on the, what's it called? Remind me the words. Someone remind me, maybe. Do you remember?
Power mill? I don't know the
Not
actual
power
name of it.
mill. What's it used for? What's the power that we use, like the donkeys and the water
Oh, for
mill?
like the foundry for like
for like
Heating
the
up
wood
the
cutting,
forge
sawmills and
and-
all that, for powerful
You mean the
sawmills.
automatic sawbuck?
Yeah. So like for sawmills, and what was the other one? The
Forge.
forge. There you go.
The bellows,
The
The
and
bellows and all that. There you go.
And the
Yeah,
automatic.
it's
forge.
confusing with the blacksmith building. Does it exist still now?
I don't know.
no,
So
no, blacksmith's not
technically,
in.
we can call the forge now a blacksmith. So I guess.
Yeah,
But yeah, so that was kind of interesting, nice new little power. So instead of now using either donkeys or technically humans, you could technically put on there as well and have them push it, or you have the water mill, which was that option. So now if you're not if you're not near water, you can now use wind and donkeys instead. So you can use those two types of power instead of worrying about having a water mill powering it for constantly. But the only difference, of course, was that you had to turn it around a little bit, right? So yeah.
no. It's actually a lot more complex than just turning around, though, because the power of the wind changes throughout, like as the time goes. So you might have at certain point no wind at all, so you can't really use it, or at some point you might have really strong wind, so it generates a lot of power. Like it really changes as the time goes.
Well, yeah, it has its like ups and down scales, kind of like it goes for like a high wind day, and then it lowers, and then sometimes
I
you
didn't
change
know that.
direction as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Did you not notice that? It was pretty cool, actually.
In
I
fact,
saw the weather vane to show the direction and like the little anemometer thing at the top to show the speed, but I didn't know if it actually did anything. I thought
Oh,
it was
yeah,
just,
yeah,
like,
no,
automatic.
that's actually the indicator for the speed and the
wow.
direction of the wind.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you have to turn it towards the wind every couple. I think every hour or something. Real time hour.
I don't remember.
Or half an hour.
I didn't.
It feels like.
I didn't have a good look at it. I think I saw it a few times here and there, but I don't know. All I remember was someone telling me, "Oh, it's slowed down." I was like, "Wait, what do you mean it's slowed down?" It's like, "Yeah, the wind's like changed speed." I was
There's
like, "Well, that sucks."
probably some logi guy like, oh yeah, I wrote it down on a paper, like sitting next to it with a clock,
Yeah, exactly.
Some crazy person probably knows it is Discord.
Well, speaking of logi people,
Yeah, go on, Emma.
we may or may not have such information on hand.
Of what about the windmills? Yeah,
Yeah,
advanced information. All right, keep your secrets. Keep it safe.
I will, yeah.
All right, and so what else? There was windmills, and then there was the new town update. Towns now you need 10 people, guys. Everyone needs 10 people minimum to at least what's it called? Start a town hall, just to start it.
Settlement, yeah.
Yeah, which
Could you place the blueprint down? You could place the blueprint. Right?
No,
Just
no,
kinda finish
no,
it,
no,
or-
you can, no, you cannot
that's
even
right.
place the blueprint.
You,
In your homestead.
I mean,
10 people.
no, you only need 10 people around to actually place the town hall down, and
Ah.
then
They
those
don't need to
people
be
could fuck off.
pledged or anything. Yeah.
No.
Interesting.
they just need to
a
stand near
very-
it. That's all it is. You literally have 10 guys standing near it. You place it down,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah, it's a very cheesable strategy.
So you could run around with 10 people, technically, running around the whole of the map.
They
You're
earn a
like,
lot of silver.
Here you go,
They
boys.
just-
Here's 10. Technically, it'll be good. It'll be interesting because you can spam a couple towns, have the noobs take over those towns. You know.
They could be like those. What is in the Christian? Those kings. How many were there? Like 6?
Oh,
4?
where
I don't
like
know.
yeah, different.
They could be
kingdoms.
those,
Yeah.
just walking around everywhere,
Or maybe
following the stars and.
have it like as
building tunnels.
mini states of the main capital. So like the main capital, of course, is one town, and then you have all these other little like smaller towns with like random noobs, and then you tax them. You're like, haha, we're coming here to just take your
Whoa,
money.
whoa, whoa! We're not real Romans. Come on.
Time to tax you, boys. That would be interesting, though. Would be cool. But yeah, that's
Sounds like something pagans would do.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that was the other main thing that I feel like a lot of people spoke about. I don't remember what else was there. What else do you not remember anything else
The
that was
building
happening?
The building problem, deconstruction was a big
Yeah,
issue.
Yeah,
voting.
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 I think that was
And also the build radius too.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
a
that's
striking
true.
event on the official Discord, for sure. And then also the price reduction or price changes on certain armor.
Yeah,
They're
certain
not
things.
barrel anymore.
Yeah, the armor became 10 times as expensive.
Mm. Oh yeah. So okay, we'll do voting. What was it? Size. For what's it called? For settlement. Was it small? Well, it's not smaller, as in it was relating to depending how many people you had. So it was size of
Proportional to population.
yeah,
Yeah, population
size
based.
of settlement.
The building size.
Uh,
Did the light beacon radius, did that also get bigger when there was more people? Or was it
The what
static?
beacon? The regular
Again?
beacon radius, you mean?
no.
No, just
Oh,
the beacon that the town hall gives
oh,
out.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
No,
did.
no,
that
no.
one also increased.
That does increase.
I
Yeah.
don't think so. I don't think so.
It did. It did.
I remember seeing it when we went to. I think it was
Oh yeah,
Walls
it did. It
Base,
did.
I
But
believe
no,
so.
no,
There were
wait, are
smaller
you?
towns and bigger ones. You saw the circle.
No, but then that depends because the beacon radius of the town hall used to depend on the tier of the town hall. Did they make it so it's proportional to the population as well? Or did you just see like a T2 town hall and like
No, I'm not sure. I just remember I saw on the map different sizes, but yeah, I don't know. That
yeah,
was the
because it was always the case that T1 town hall had a smaller beacon radius than a T2 and the T3 had a bigger one than T2 and blah blah blah. But if it's now proportional to population, then I don't know.
yeah. But I think the main problem was that also when you leave a town, or was it just about the beds? I think if you leave the homestead, then instantly the border shrinked, and I think there was a lot of hotfix now. I think it's hard to talk like which time frame, like they fixed that and I changed that. Like, is it now good at the end?
It's
Sorry, I don't
alright.
want to. I don't want to ask the question, Cappy. You're the question asker, right?
Yeah, no, it's all good, man. You ask away questions as well. That's all good. Yeah, it's I don't know. We didn't really do much testing of the size settlement thing. I don't think I really noticed any towns shrink, but I do. Of course, I did notice the towns getting bigger. So like when we started our town, we had our perimeter wall at a certain distance, and then we're like, holy crap, it got bigger. And then they'd done a hotfix, of course, and it got even bigger as well afterwards, which actually helped a lot. I feel like the hotfix with the size that we had was pretty neat, like the amount that they gave. But of course, when you go to other towns, so like when we went to like I said, to War, I remember I scouted War's town, and I don't know who else was there. There was WV and basically the ancient mega city. Let's just call it that. The ancient mega city. That radius was already pretty big. They had a big radius, and then when they done the hotfix, it was huge. It went up to all the way up to that northern border, and I was like, damn. Well, like you can't even place a camp now up there if you really wanted to. So you'd have to place it somewhere else, you know.
Wasn't that? I think I heard that you could place a base, and it was technically too close to the other one, but since it was before the border, the claim grew, they could place them closer together than it was possible or something. So they
Probably.
could kind of overlap, and that was, I think, technically a bug or should not be. So I hope they kind of move
Sounds
that
about
or
right. Yeah.
improve it.
But yeah, we didn't do much checking on that, but it's not too bad of an idea. I do like it. It's not too bad. Definitely, of
It
course,
prevents wall spam,
yeah,
in my
definitely,
opinion, and
definitely
it's
prevents
really
small
good.
town spam. 100%. The
No, not small town spam, wall spam.
Oh, wall spam. Oh yeah, that too. I guess so. Yeah, because then you have to like keep adjusting it and up. Well, technically, it still doesn't prevent it because if they get more people in their town, they just add another layer of walls, right? It just
Yeah,
adds on
but you
more,
also
right?
need to make housing and whatever for those new people. So it's better than before when like let's say a group of 10 players would get the same build radius as a group of like 100 players, you know?
Yeah.
Because a group of 100 players would have to use more of the build radius for like workshops, living, whatever. But 10 group, the 10-player group could just use the entire thing and make like 60 layers of walls, which was not ideal because walls are basically like spamming walls is the meta right now for defense.
Yeah, I do agree. I guess it is nice that the size of your town relates to how many people you should have technically, and not have more space than regular towns have, or bigger sized towns. But yeah, anyways, back to the other ones that we were talking about. So we've got voting for demolished. I put in there quickly just so people know if they watch this as well, to show how many people you need to demolish. I believe so is how it works, because it's relating to just of course voting. So it was, I think, 5 regular members. I don't remember if that was accurate. It might be 4, but I do recall it was 5.
Serfs,
So yeah,
Cottoner.
so anyone that's below Thane, anyone that basically regular members is anyone that's a serf, cottager, or a ceral as well. So what if you're that if that's your title within the town hall, you're a regular member. So you need 5 votes to demolish at least 1 item. The other ones are you need either Thane or Lord. So you got Thane and 2 members, and then 2 Thanes can just instantly demolish anything. But of course, you need to get that rank and get voted in and all that stuff. And yeah, so was there anything else that we remember from that was really devastating? I don't remember what was the other ones.
Horrible. It was horrible. I think the official Discord also showed some people complain a lot. I think it's not so great. Like our builders were really annoyed. I'm just wondering, like, what is this? What does the devs want with this? You know, they want that there's at least 3 or 4 people going around to then destroy something. You always have to
Yeah,
ask for people around, but it's so annoying. Like you can easily build so much stuff, but then you need so much people to destruct again. Or they're just thinking of, oh, a town hall, and then there's like a lot of randoms, and instead of just one guy destroying everything and wants to build it his way, there now has to be a group that kind of agrees, or at least 5 people to.
I think it
Destroy
was
it.
just it was intended as a little bit of protection against just the Lord deciding,
Ah.
yeah, your stuff's shit. It gotta go. I think it
But,
was
but you can instantly vote a Thane away from out of his rank, right? Or his lord.
well, that's if you have enough people to vote for the Fame. But we'll get to that anyways. We'll get to all of that in a moment. I'm just trying to make sure we get through the part where we've got the updates. Was there anything else that we're missing from the update? If not, we'll get to the good and the bad, and we'll start talking about those ones. Anything else? Does anyone remember? I don't even remember myself. Might have to double check the Discord.
If you're talking about the phase updates, then there was the whole workbench inventory thingy.
Ah, yeah.
Oh
True.
yeah, and you guys mentioned the what's it called? The weapons cost now. Weapons and
Armor.
costs more. Well, not cost more. They changed so it doesn't craft into barrels. It crafts into singles
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So no more barrels. So barrels, no more.
There's also the belt loops you get as well, the 2 additional.
Single crafting.
Oh yeah, you get another belt loop. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was quite a shock. I think when everyone when everyone done it, as in like first crafted something, it's like, oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't make a barrel anymore of this. Is like, what do you mean it doesn't make a barrel? People panicking here and there. But yeah, that was a little bit fun, I guess. But yeah, so let's do the good now. Let's talk about the good stuff from those 2 tests that we enjoyed. What did everyone enjoy in those 2 tests? Like starting with, I guess, from the weather. What did you guys think of that? What do you think? Did you guys enjoy that? Nice, or a bit too early?
Winter was a little lackluster.
Lackluster, yeah.
I'd say the weather it could have been developed a bit more. Right now is just the player temperature and nothing else. I honestly would have actually liked that during the winter you can't farm, because then it would add a whole level of complexity to preparing for winter,
I agree. It for that matter, the berry bushes probably shouldn't be spawning either for that.
So like during the winter, hunting becomes a very viable thing to do. And then you also need to prepare beforehand. So all the vegetable, aka the stamina foods, you need to kind of cook beforehand, keep them stored,
Yeah,
stuff
but
like
what
that,
what
you
was
know?
good about that though? That's what I'm asking. What was good? What do you guys think that was good?
I
You
liked how
guys gave me-
autumn looked.
Gave me bad stuff
Yeah.
here. I'm starting from good, guys. Remember,
It's a depressing game, okay?
focus
think-
happy thoughts. You know.
I think
The
autumn
snow
looked
was
really
pretty.
cool.
Snow was
Yeah,
cool.
I mean-
So oh damn, that was way too big. Oh my gosh, how big did I make that text? Okay, let me shrink that a
Chunk.
little bit. Chunky boy here.
The text was in fact
Good.
not good.
The
Just
text
good.
was saying go big. So the design was nice, very cool. Good design good. We'll talk
good.
backwards today. We're talking like yoga.
Great success.
Great success. But yeah, so the design
Well,
was good.
I think the are we talking about just the weather? Because I wanted to bring in the workbench.
Weather, sorry.
Oh,
Just weather for a moment. We'll get to the workbench. Sorry. One
I don't-
moment.
I don't know. I cannot think anything great about the weather.
I mean, with the weather, it's you can't. We don't like. There isn't anything good about
It's
it.
not
But there's
enough.
also nothing to really complain about. You know, it's just there.
It's just there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
100%.
by the way,
Like-
Mike, the devs said that this is just gonna affect the players, so they probably plan to have stuff that affects the farms later.
Probably later
Of course,
on,
and
yeah.
I understand that, but like, right now there isn't much to say about weather. You only notice it when it's winter, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, exactly.
Does it
Like,
change
you-
over time, or is it just kind of instant? I
No,
don't
it
know.
changes over
It
time.
does slowly. Yeah, it does. I like that. I feel like that is very nice. That it's smooth. Like basically smoothly changes. It doesn't go from like instantly. Oh, it's starting to rain again. It's like, oh great, you know, it just smooth transitions.
Like there are a lot of things they can do with weather. So for like we said, the snow or winter specifically makes farming basically impossible. Or maybe rainstorms actually mean you don't need to water your crops because water falls from the fucking
Of course,
sky.
yeah. Well, we'll get to that. That will be the drunken truths run. Remember. So we'll do the next parts here. We'll go to windmills and towns. The towns and the windmills. What did you guys think of the windmills? Did you like it, or did you
Fucking
not?
amazing.
No, you loved it. Amazing. What was?
Yes.
What did you
Cool
love
design.
about it then?
Oh, because you don't you spend less of your seeds to feed all the donkeys, and you don't necessarily need to situate right next to a body of water to set up a aqueduct. You just plop one down, and then the power of the wind helps you make shit.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
really
Don't need to
it's
be next to
really
water.
intuitive. And it's also not overpowered, because the wind changes its speed, and sometimes it just doesn't like occur. So you kind of, it's nice, like very thin layer of complexity that I added that I really love.
I do like that. Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like thinking, "Oh, does that mean I can have infinite power without being next to water?" That's like a good thing. Fine.
Yeah.
You don't have then towns everywhere situated near water. They can be inland. They can do their own thing. They can literally like you say, you don't need to then feed the donkeys to just be inland. You have your windmill, right? You just feed it wind. Keep blowing at it.
And it still gives like water. That water's still the optimal placement for a town, but it gives more opportunities to build up defensive towns in more locations than
Exactly.
just.
You can
Yeah,
build in the
around
mountains
the
as well.
river.
Finally, build somewhere high in the mountains, nowhere near water. It'd be a bit difficult for the farmers though, because they'll have to use
So-
wells. But it's fine. We'll check that out later.
I like that it's more like vertically built, and that's not like a fat, thick structure. It looks good, I think,
Yeah.
and it's really simply to use the function to turn it and just so you look at the wind and stuff, like active wind change. But
I mean-
it is also a bit looks a bit bulky. I think it's it's a fat
I mean,
fat
it is
windmill, I would
Like it
say.
fat, man.
it
Like
is
like
bigger than the regular the power mill. Yeah,
Uh,
I
also,
do gotta
this
say. Go ahead. Go ahead.
just one more. Yeah, I think the stone structure at the bottom, I haven't really tested it. I think you can walk over it easily, but can you drive past it with a cart? Like, is it blocking you or not? I
I
don't
think it
remember.
does block a little bit. I do
Ah,
recall.
that's annoying.
Like, I don't know if it was. I swear you do get blocked though, even walking through it. I swear you had to like climb over it. The
Yeah,
windmill.
it's the
Huh?
same as the regular.
Yeah, same as the
Yeah,
regular
that's a bit.
thing. Maybe
It's a
maybe
bit
your
this
terrain
this
was bugged out a little bit.
this thing of putting round structures in more square structured base, is kind of always a but
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know, but I gotta say the sound design of the windmill is like 10 out of 10 for me.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It sounds really good too.
Yeah, and it looks great. I like the design they done for it. It looks really cool. You got the little you got the north, south, east, west, of course, on top. Then you got the little spinning thing to check the speed, which is very nice because of course, how else you gonna tell the speed of the wind? And yeah, like it's really cool. It's really nice. Nice add to the thing to make it a little bit different for towns to finally now, of course, work inland instead of outside, always in the waters or something like that. So yeah.
Yeah. Write that down, devs. Write that down.
Yeah, write that down. Write that down. 10. Okay, now 10 people to settle. What did you guys like that? Did you think it's a good idea that there's now less towns within the whole of Caligo, but now there's of course less, I guess a little bit less action, but at the same time you don't have that spam everywhere where there's random towns that are just deserted. What do you guys think of that? Did you think it was good idea?
It's a mixed bag, honestly. Like, on one hand, yes, it's good that you don't have so many towns just being spammed around. On the other hand, it's not great because on the ancient side, at least, we only had like 4 towns. And even then, one was abandoned. Our town was abandoned because we went to join the big one. It's a mixed bag. Yeah, it's and the flocking of like randoms to the big towns with the current homestead system is definitely far too chaotic for my liking.
Yeah, I think if their goal of this was to make sure that there's no like 1 or 2 people settlements anymore, that's definitely succeeded. But
Yeah.
it definitely comes with its own challenges. But I think getting rid of a lot of like I'll play for about 30 minutes to an hour in a town and then leave. It's kind of good to like weed those kind of towns out, I think.
And also, let's be fair to the devs. They said that they were going to change it soon, and well, even extended their minor tests. Added some more minor tests for that. So yeah.
I'm really glad they did extend the minor test, honestly. Or specifically extend the gap between the tests.
And the
Why
Yeah,
is Star Wars
because
flashing in your stream? Okay. Is that the new faction?
Imperial Empire.
No, it was just a little bit of it was a bit of yeah, the new Imperial faction. Yeah, definitely, it was the new Imperial faction. Sorry, that was but yeah, anything else, Necron? Do you want to say anything?
No, yeah, I agree. Like bigger cities, I really like not having the map plastered with so many bases. But I'm pretty sure. I mean, it needs more improvement. I'm pretty sure this is something the devs threw in without even knowing. Like, is this good? Like this, they're just experimental. With the guinea pigs again. I know them from a long time, from since 2017 Foxhole. They
Yeah.
just do stuff like this. They don't even know the answers always. They just try out stuff and
I
yeah.
mean, that's quite good that they do that. That they aren't afraid to take
Yeah, that's true. Not afraid.
Yeah,
to
but
take too many risks.
I would still argue that this was a very big risk that they took.
Hmm.
Like, again, I'm not blaming the devs. I'm not blaming or anything. I'm just saying, like, with the current system that the homestead and the town hall and whatever, like the systems that are currently in the game, relying on the whole like social contract cooperation between organized groups and then solos is like shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah,
It's borderline unachievable
it
on a
does. It does.
scale that
Yeah,
Anvil wants.
it does kill off that slight mini like solo small group players basically. Like there's small groups out there. It's like Foxhole. Foxhole now, I feel like you can't play Foxhole without a clan. You know, you need some sort of group or at least like minimum 10 people as well to do something fun. So
I
if they're trying
guess
to, if they push that into this, it will be quite, you know, I don't know, it might push off those solo players or like those small group players where it's like 3, 4 guys only and they can't do anything. They have to join a big town.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess if your
here's
goal is to really reach something big, I guess it's yeah. But okay, I don't know. I don't know how Foxhole is now. I haven't played it for a long time, but
Yeah, it's
in
we'll ignore that, don't we? We're talking about this
probably
map.
hasn't changed so much.
But yeah, like
here's the thing. The last test, just a little anecdote that I can give is in the ancient city Blackhampton, where most of the clans were. There was this one guy who actually migrated with Art when we did. He set up a little hut for himself with his own workshops on like the outside of the town, and he kind of did his own thing. And there was a moment on, I think, the last day when some people from Art and other clans were kind of just harassing the HISP settlement. And we were just doing a bunch of shit like flask rushes, bow attacks, whatever. And that dude that like situated back in the settlement, he kind of just asked, "What do you guys need?" And we said, "Well, we're using this," and he started producing that, and he put it into his marketplace for the default price. And we actually went and bought the stuff he was making, barreled it up, and transported up to our forward camp. And it was like really helpful for him to like just make the shit for us, so flasks, arrows, whatever, and then we would pay him with silver by just buying it off of him from the marketplace. And it honestly felt like that's what the devs want to achieve. But like I said, achieving that on a massive scale so that every single solo player has that experience or has that type of contribution to the game right now with the current systems is borderline impossible. You will have some outliers like that guy that I mentioned, but you're not going to get every single solo or random or whatever playing like that and contributing like that.
okay.
Also,
Yep.
let's be real here. Today's gaming culture ain't that organized like that. Usually, people are just, we wanna do action by ourselves, whatever. Maybe with a few Discord friends.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on.
But yeah, whatever.
So
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to add something too, like just to that
Go on
topic,
then.
because it is a bigger topic, of
Go on
course,
then.
right?
Yeah.
But just I think what I've said earlier, like it depends what you want to do. Like, let's say there is a smaller group that they will probably know, oh, there's like this big castle with this big group. They will probably not go for those objectives. But like Air Mike said, there could be more like solo, smaller groups that then will probably help with trading or helping with providing certain type of resources, trading. And I think that could make its way into the game. I'm looking at other games like PlanetSide 2, where also like you could play this with a couple of friends and still do something where you just focus more on smaller objectives. Or you could play it with a bigger clan, and when they roam around on the map, then yeah, they can really, take apart bases and destroy a lot. But you can still have fun with a smaller group, and I hope that Anvil or the devs will think it this way, give them some smaller objectives that they can do, and then it's gonna be fine.
All right, we gotta push it up a little bit because we're using too many of our opinions, which we should use later on, of course. Not now.
I blame Air Mike.
Yeah, I'm blaming Air Mike too. I'm gonna point fingers. All right, we're gonna carry on, of course, on this next one. So we'll do voting to demolish. What do you guys think? Do you think it was good? We'll go down actually. We'll just go easier. Good, bad. What do you think, Air Mike? We'll go for you first. Good, bad. Yeah. Did you like it or did you not?
Utter shit.
Shit. Okay, Ink, what did you think? Yes or no? Good or bad?
Needs work.
Needs work. All right. Necron, what do you think? Huh? Good, bad?
Good attempt, but I'm mixed as well. Needs
Mixed as
improvement.
well. All right. We else got Rivali.
I love democracy.
You like democracy? Democracy. Okay, we're adding that in. Democracy. I think I spelled that wrong. No, I didn't. That's good. Democracy. Well, yeah, I guess so. You do have opinions that people can then be like, "Ah, I don't want this destroyed. Can we not vote on this destroyed?" Or, you know, should we destroy it? Basically, I guess a little bit kind of like democracy, but at the same time, a bit chaotic. And who else do we have here? Thief Duck. What did you think? Did you think it was good, bad? Did you
I
like it?
mean,
What do you think was good
builders-
about it?
builders said they didn't like it, so I'll trust the builders on that one.
Trust the builders, yeah. So trust the builders, devs. We hate it.
And I add one more thing, short thing. If they bring vote kick in, you know, that would maybe also help. Like if somebody would troll and
Oh,
just
yeah.
destroy everything, you cannot vote kick. Nothing. You can do nothing.
Absolutely. You
Yeah,
cannot. You
that's a good
cannot.
point.
We'll put down the bad list. Remember that one. Okay, now weapons armor cost. Did you lot like it? Because I felt like it was not too bad. Because now you have use of the barrel station, use of the barreling station. Like the barreling station never got used because basically armor, whenever we crafted it, it was how do you say it?
Pre-barreled.
It was pre-barreled. Exactly. Thank you.
Speak for yourself. Barreling station was a very important building in our settlement.
No, but I meant for armor kits. So like whenever you made armor, right? I'm on about not swords or tools, because swords and tools you had to make always separately, right? It was the armor though, and now also the flasks and the torches. They don't come barreled anymore. They all come as either a single, double,
Yeah.
or so on, whatever it is. You know, the other ones have. So it's a bit of a I don't know, a bit more
Happy?
work, a bit more grind.
We're
and
talking
stuff,
about the
but
good
yeah.
things, okay?
Yeah, all right, sorry, good things, yeah. So the good things, yeah, sorry, that's right, thank you for keeping me on point there. But yeah, I feel like it was nice use of the barreling station. What do you guys think? Good. Let's go Air Mike again. We're going from top to bottom again here. Air Mike, good. What's the good thing about it? Do you like it?
Higher armor cost, you mean?
No, just as in, so instead of it being barreled, it's now singles. So you get armor and weapons as singles or doubles, like the flasks. I think you get 2. I think torches as well. You get like 10 or something. But the prices were roughly the same, but you don't get it as barrels. Do you understand? You have to use the
Yeah,
barrels.
it's all right. Like it's nothing huge, I'd say.
Nothing huge. Okay. What else? Who else? You got anything good for it?
I mean, I didn't really mess with it all that much. to
Yeah,
be
you
honest.
were just in the kitchen, man.
In the
Anyways,
kitchen
all right, Necron. What about your
Yeah.
town? How was your town with that?
First we didn't like it, but I personally think it is good that it has more value. No, I don't want to see like a millions of soldiers first day suddenly running around with the heavy armor. I think heavy armor everybody should have that, you know. I think that should be something really more costly, and then it also feels horrible when you lose it in a fight, so you play different, you know.
Absolutely.
And I'm thinking maybe this is something that it's not in barrel, that the devs do that so a smaller guy can just like make his own armor without having to make a lot and then get like a full barrel full of what is it, 10?
Yeah.
10 of them? So maybe that's why they thought like, oh, let's put it out of barrel and then, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they're really planning. What is this, you
Yeah,
know?
I don't know. I guess
What are
making
you doing up there, you know?
making it more of a challenge. So it's, I guess, nice challenge, devs. Let's say that, nice challenge.
I wonder if they're going to add quality like the swords to the armor. and
Definitely,
shields.
they might do. They might do. We'll never know. We'll see. Or there might be more different types of armor, like heavier ones. But anyways, we'll take that. Remember, later on. Think of that ink later on. Rivali and Thief Duck, what about you two? What was a good thing? Did you lot think
Yeah,
about?
like Necron was saying, it was kind of fun to be like, oh crap, you know, I can't just use this heavy armor and die. Like I'll lose it, and it's really hard to get.
Yeah.
So like you're thinking about like maybe should we just go with light armor and like
Saving,
spears, or like should what do we need for this? I think that was kind of a cool little dynamic they changed up, because before it was just like, oh well, everyone wears heavy armor unless you're an archer, but
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
kind of cool.
So you save the armor for more important attacks. That's true, very true. Because I guess even on some of the fights, we definitely people were very just more cautious, as they say when
Yeah, you're more
fighting, so-
conscientious of it. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
thinking like, and then instead of, oh, we'll only pick up swords, oh, maybe we need some armor, to take home to the base and repair, or stuff like that.
Absolutely. What about you, Thief Duck? Anything else, or just all good on the same front?
I mean, the other people already said everything.
Said it all.
About,
Alright, we'll
yeah.
carry on. We'll go to the next one. We'll just go through this one quick. I'm not going to go through everything. What did you guys hate? What was bad? What was your bane of the test? What did you just despise and wanted to give up? Give it to me. It could be bugs as well within the game. It could have been that. But what did you hate on these tests?
The voting system.
The voting system. Oh, there we
Fuck that
go.
shit.
Yeah.
Or at least the iteration we had.
So
I wish they went back to the at least the maker should be able to destroy their own building.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
technically,
Yeah, 'cause-
technically that should be still there. So voting system.
Because it used to be, if you place anything, right, you could destroy it in a certain amount of time before.
Yeah,
You'd have to, like, I
I
guess,
feel
vote
like
on
because
it.
it wasn't shown on the test info, so I feel like that should be still there. So voting system
It
and
wasn't.
allow original builder to destroy. So I feel like that was still there, but it didn't work because I didn't see anything saying they didn't change this, like where now the original builder cannot destroy. So maybe something broke in there. Maybe that was a bug.
Possibly.
Possibly. We never really checked it. We never, we didn't code it ourselves, so we don't know. What else? What did everyone else hate? What about
About the building, destroying buildings and everything. What's also kind of weird is they kind of removed that system where you had to at least stay a little bit in that place to level up yourself to get to a higher level, and then pay coins. Now you just pay coins and you can get like the highest level if you get your 3 votes. And I think that's kind of changing the whole schematics of this all as well. You could come out of the outside.
You want about that?
Yeah, you can come out of from an outside town, go into this one, and just like give me the coins, and then give me my 3 votes, and then you can be a Thane and then remove stuff, right? Back then you had to at least do something, contribute.
Well, yeah, but back then, of course, I guess it was more of as soon as if you were Thane, you can demolish, right? Like, so it was more like in case someone abused that system. Now it's a 2 Thane vote. Do you understand? So I think the voting system was to slightly apprehend that, where some random person doesn't come into your town, becomes a Cyril, asks 3 random people who have the voting power to vote for him, and then be like, haha, I'm gonna start demolishing everything, just trolling, basically griefing, a little bit.
But
so it's quite
I kind of wish there would be a little bit of it coming back, and
yeah.
I'm asking like, what do you guys think of that too?
I don't know. I felt like it was it was I don't know. I didn't like it myself personally because it was a lot of hassle. Because I was like, oh, could you come over here, please? Could you come over here, please?
Yeah, could you vote for this?
Could you vote for me?
I do
I'm not
wish you
asking
could
half the town here
see.
to help me vote.
I mean, you
I
still
wish
have to
you
do
could
that
see how many
technically.
votes you need.
I just mean that you have to level up at least, like contributing a bit to the town
Yeah.
until you get to the rank where you then can up rank to more officer status or whatever.
Yeah, the feign status to just allow the voting to be faster. Yeah, to like demolish it. But there was also the thing was I remember there was a structure we were trying to demolish. I think it might have been a homestead, someone else's homestead, and we couldn't demolish it. We wanted to move them, and we couldn't demolish it. I think it was just we had 20 people. We had the whole town, I think, voting on it. Even I think the people that lived in there voted on it, and I think he couldn't demolish it because he was the only person that lived there. So I feel like there might be something with separate homesteads of voting, like separate voting. Homestead voting might be either broken or I don't know. There might be something that's just not functioning to their voting system that they wanted, maybe to demolish stuff, because it used to be the Fane demolished it. It was fine. That was it. Move along, right? Now it's all of this. Oh, speaking of voting, everyone here from OG will know this. So when you pressed B, did you guys experience this? When you pressed B and you saw all those buttons, all the demolish buttons. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. That was my bane, I think. That was demolish buttons.
I'm surprised. I don't know if anybody crashed from that, but I'm surprised.
And the
I haven't heard
FPS.
anything
Oh,
from it,
yeah.
'cause
It
it would
definitely
just
ate into
tank
FPS.
it.
The FPS
drop.
problems, yeah.
Oh my
Which
gosh.
sucked because, like,
yeah.
even if you weren't trying to demolish anything, you would still see it. So if you were trying to like build something and you were in the range, it would be terrible.
Definitely.
They should just do it like wherever you go with your cursor, it only pops up in that area, like a little circle or something, and that way,
That's
don't
a
have
good
that.
idea.
I think they were maybe trying to do that because there was, I think, a range at a certain point I couldn't see stuff, but it might have been a bug where it was just too many buttons. Because there is also a bug relating to that, which I'll mention later on when we get to that part. But there was definitely something where there's too many items cramped up in one area. But yeah, that's what was really painful as well for us. We just, every time we like had someone come in, it's like, oh, just don't press B when you're near the town hall, because like we had a little fort next to the town hall and there was so much structures. So anytime someone pressed B, they're like, oh my gosh, my frames. It just dropped, and it's like, okay, you're welcome. You've now witnessed why we said not to press B. But yeah, anything else that everyone hated, like that was just dreadful within that test, that was just, I don't know.
Flower pot. Get rid of the flower pots.
Flower pots, yeah, the flower pots, painful for demolishing as well, right? Like you needed so many people. I don't know, it's nice design, but I feel like when someone puts too many of those down, that causes also frame drops. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna say broken. So I'm gonna be saying it as, even though it's a bad/bug, broken voting when too many structures are built, basically. So this was basically during, I don't know if you had this as well, Necron or Air Mike. Did you guys build any big forts at all that were like compact?
Of course.
You did? Okay. Did you try and demolish any of those structures at one point just to like readjust or fix something, and you couldn't see the demolish button? Like you didn't see it. Have you ever done that?
Kinda.
So we've had this a couple
Just
times.
too much overlapped, you mean?
Yeah,
I mean, we
kind
saw them,
of,
but
yeah. It's kind of like an overlap, but it was just, I think it was just too many items built within the area, because we didn't have anything overlapping, I think, on this fort, if I recall. No, there was nothing overlapping, but when you try to delete something like even a box or something or a wall, it didn't appear. There was no demolish button. So like, what's going on? Like, I can't demolish this one wall, and I had to demolish like 3 other walls just to finally demolish that one wall, which was, I don't know. I feel like it's something they're working on, but they definitely need to fix, and it's painful for builders as well, because you got to demolish 6 more walls, just to get rid of one wall and then replace it all back again.
yeah, and that's just where I'm coming back. Like you said, I should mention that in a negative one with the vote to kick. Like if somebody's really that crazy trolling around, then you could just do that and do like, I don't know,
Definitely.
5 or 10 people are needed to vote kick this person.
So what else? Did anyone else? Did you lot have any other hateful things that you want to spit out there before we go to the next one?
I think the armor is not in the barrel anymore, but I think we talked about that in the positive one.
Well, yeah, we'll still put it in.
So,
Put armor.
When
Yeah, well,
When
when
it
it
just,
first came out and it was
demo
like the same
weapons.
price, it was not nice.
No,
It
not
was
the
like-
barreled. It's. I feel like it's not too bad. They definitely need to rework, of course, the pricing a little bit, because it was not even expensive already when you've bought armor sets. But they did fix the pricing, I think, for flasks and torches. Torches are basically the same. It's just you get 10 for the amount of 10 twigs and 30 thing. And I think the same thing was for flasks. But it was the armor sets that made it a bit annoying a little bit, because you got, well, it's more work, but
Do
I
you,
guess, yeah. Go on,
do
sorry.
you mind if I throw in suggestions as well? Like, I mean, we're brainstorming here anyways, or we're just talking about good and bad.
Oh, this is just bad right
Like-
now. We'll get to suggestions.
Oh.
We're almost there.
Oh,
We're almost
okay.
there. That's the opinionated section down there. Almost
Okay,
there.
then. But weather. I mean, the other guys earlier mentioned it would have been better with having effects of weather directly on farming and stuff, right?
Weather effects on farming.
But
yeah.
I kind of disagree, but yeah.
How come?
But I have some suggestions later.
I think the temperature thing is a little wonky. It's just kind of, you know.
Wonky temperature. Yeah, there was at times it did get cold. I do believe that it got cold like out of nowhere. It went wintry, and then it went back to hot again. And I was like, wait, are we still in winter, or is this? I don't know if that was maybe one of the weather changes, like during autumn. Maybe like it gets cold and then warm because it's autumn. I guess you get the odd on and off kind of weather. Well, I don't know. I live in the UK, so like every day is like a random season for me. Like I'll have a snowstorm tomorrow and then a nice sunny day the day after. And it's like, what's going on? Like, who's messing with the weather up there? Who knows?
Oh, and the wind. You guys remember? I don't know if you guys remember the wind that was in the beginning.
I don't recall.
I think that was because of the weather changes. There was just like a really loud wind noise that was always playing.
Oh yeah, that one. Ugh.
Wind noises, yeah. I don't.
Yeah,
recall,
I never
remember
got
something.
that bug.
That was just fucked, man. I
Yeah.
think it was it was a bug specific to like low settings or something.
It might have been just a random voice sound bug or something, but I don't
Yeah,
know. What
whatever.
about Ink? Oh, Ink's he's muted for now. Don't know why. Maybe he's gone AFK for a moment. That's no problem. But yeah, we'll just I guess we'll go to the next one. Bugs. What were the bugs? Who remembers the one on during the weather? The lovely 64,000 silver coins you get
Oh, yeah.
for the lovely saddle. That was quite abused, wasn't it? I think a lot of groups, when we figured it out, abused it. I think
We call them meta bugs because it's just you have to, everybody then uses it. It spreads so fast, and then you have to do it to stay in a meta with everybody.
Yeah, with all the arrow buying, I'm assuming that's probably one of the things you buy.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like when we attacked MT the second time, was it Starfworth, wasn't it? The second time an MT, I remember we were there and they said they had 10,000 and I was like, 10,000 arrows? What? No way they've still got 10,000. They've shot like 10,000 already at us or something. It's like, bro, what's going on? Like, and of course they have a silver trader inside their town hall. I was like, well, we definitely know what's going on.
I mean, buying the planks with that silver.
Yeah, definitely. Well, buying
Yeah.
the definite, what's it called? The thingy, the arrows, right, for it. So that was definitely the.
Not sure. Can you buy the arrows there, or was that
Yeah, you could, at the
test?
silver trader,
Oh,
you
Yeah,
could buy
arrows,
yeah.
bows.
Swords.
Oh, let's do that.
I think you
light
can buy leather
armor.
armor too.
Yeah,
you can buy like
all
everything
the,
you
all
need.
the light tier
Uh-huh.
armor and bows and arrows.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
no fan of that. You can buy that stuff in that shop so easily. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. What do you guys think of that? Do you think they should add more or less, like remove less from that trader, or maybe specific
Well,
items?
I think this is like a suggestion, I guess, but
True,
definitely
true.
put a limit on like how much you could buy. So like you can buy arrows, that's fine, but you can only buy like 500 and then it needs to restock or something. I think that would be maybe a good idea.
I'm on
fixed.
I'm in the opinion that the merchant needs to be removed like outright at some point. Not right now, but at some point. Because I remember the devs mentioned that the only reason he's in the game is just to speed up progression for people.
Yeah, it feels like they try to help like smaller camps that cannot easily make a whole forge and everything. It seems like.
Yep.
I don't know.
All right. What other bugs? Who remembers any other bugs? Anyone see? Oh, there was
Me.
ground. Go on, then.
The
Go on, you go first. You go first. I'll go after.
The fucking animals in mountains get stuck everywhere. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Mountains.
Trying to
slash
tame a
hills.
horse.
But that's not specific to
Animals.
these tests though.
Oh
that's
no,
Yeah.
all
it's still
anything.
there though. It's still there. If it's still there, it's still a
Yeah.
bug, man. still a problem, still annoying. It still gets stuck when you're trying to go up the hills with the animals, and you're like, oh look, I've got 4 horses, and it's like, I've got 1 horse now, and I lost 3 on the hill. It's like, well, that's great, you know. So I think terrain needs fixing, definitely.
I
Devs.
think since this is the first time we're talking here together, we could maybe mention a bit more stuff that's like relevant at the moment.
But yeah,
Right.
we'll go for the most.
Yeah.
Well, that's an overall one. I think the devs already know about that. We're not going to tease them too much, but we'll go for the relevant ones that were recent. That I feel like terrain also actually, come to think of it, I'll drag this down. Terrain recently, I've noticed, has been a problem with just the ground in general. Just like it's been flickering here and there. Like it flickers a little bit. I think it has been reported, of course. Like I don't know if you guys notice it, even near maybe the what's it called, the water ducts. What's it called? What's
Aqueducts.
aqueducts. The stockpile aqueducts. Whatever they're called. The aqueduct
Water
stockpiles.
reservoirs.
Reservoirs. Yeah. Let's just call them reservoirs. The reservoirs. They basically. I think they were trying to fix
Fishing.
it. Yeah.
Guys, boat falling off the boat.
Boats. Yep.
I was gonna
That
mention
was the
that.
first thing. Yeah, boats, fishing. That
And
was.
So
using the boat on the
We
land
can't
too.
fish anymore. I hated that. Everyone was like, "Well, I told, what was it? There's some dudes near our town. I think I remember outside our town. I said
When
to
I saw that, I was like, I'm not gonna go in any boats.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they said to me they're gonna start a fishing like little trade with us, and I was like, do you know about the bug? It's like, what bug? It's like, when you jump off the boat, you fall in the water. So I don't think your little fishing village outside our town's gonna work, unfortunately. I'm sorry to like bust your dreams here, but I was like, that's a shame, and they're like, yeah, I know. Well, at least I told you guys instead of building a boat, and then just losing it middle of the water. So it was kind of, I guess, nice for me to tell him. But yeah, that was really a shame. We couldn't use fish that whole test.
I'm pretty sure more equipment was lost to drowning than to like enemies last test.
Oh, was it? I didn't take that much equipment in the water.
No, like what I mean, like a lot of people when they were on the
Yeah.
boats, they forgot that the bug is still happening, so they would jump
Yeah.
off like in the middle of the fucking body of water and just fall to their deaths.
Absolutely, 100%.
Don't tell the pagans; they might be fishing that out.
They might know. They might know. Any other big ones? What other big ones? we have?
The
Building
stone
on
slabs.
top.
The stone slabs that they could.
Oh yeah, true.
Stone slabs. What was that?
In a cart, you couldn't put them, I think, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that was
yeah.
fixed though, wasn't it? Afterwards, they done a patch. So
I believe so. Yeah,
Right.
it was mostly to them changing some item tags and forgetting to set like stone to be.
do you know if they fixed that
Placeable in a
fishing
cart.
one as well? I don't know if they fixed that fishing. Did they fix that fishing one?
You mean the boat
I
bug?
mean,
Yeah, the boat bug.
They-
You jumped
No,
off.
no, no.
They-
It was still happening after
Still
the patch.
happening? Okay.
But like regarding the saddle and the tax fraud bug,
Tax fraud.
yeah, at art we call it the tax fraud.
Yep. Anyways,
But
yeah.
regarding that one, there was another bug on top of that kind of like built on top of it. Is if you would delete a marketplace with like 60k silver in it, the entire region server would crash. And it was the funniest shit ever. So we nuked the server twice. First was by accident because we discovered the bug.
Devs are listening.
Second was like us researching whether it's the bug that causes it. And the third time, we were actually like talking to the devs in DM so we don't expose the entire server nuking bug, and we got explicit permission from them to try and nuke the server again after they patched it.
I guess it was good for I guess you got to test it. That's the whole point, right? When you do a bug test, well, I done this previous, like I done a quality assurance video games testing, and I had to do the same thing. You had to repeat the bug 3 times at least to check if it's actually reproducible. If you can't, then it's a random bug.
Yeah,
And they
but-
don't know how to do it properly, so just they have to just guess what the problem
No,
is.
but it's still funny as shit that we got explicit permission from the devs to nuke the fucking server, dude.
Yeah.
It was like the fun, like we were laughing at the fact that we were told to like try and nuke the server now.
Alright, well, we've done that. I think we've gone through those lovely
What?
bugs. I think, unless there's
There's
one more.
more.
There's one more? You got one more? Go on.
Two? I mean, first of all, the bears still getting stuck in campfires by farming like the heavy leather. I think a lot more people would have complained that the armor costs would have changed when people can just do that, right?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I don't know. I feel like it's.
And
I think that's just normal. I don't know. I feel like
Oh.
bears getting stuck on campfires is normal, you know?
it became
It's
normal.
casual
I don't know. It's
It's
so
a
good.
casual thing.
And the other thing was also noticeable the cost of armor and stuff. Some things was visually, I think, was a bug, and the devs then had a back and forth with some players. It was kind of funny, like, try it now, still doesn't work.
Mm.
Oh, okay, you have to restart your game, still doesn't work. But
Yep.
for us, it works, you know, like, it was kind of a,
It was. I think it was.
trying to have to fix that.
I think it was. There was. I remember they did mention something saying you won't. Like the visual of the price of the actual item won't change, but the actual price has changed. So like basically they didn't change the number of like wherever it says oh now
No,
there's like 2 leather
but-
instead of 3 leather. But
It
they
But we
still
have
did not
test-
work though.
Yeah, it didn't work. We tested it.
I thought it did
we-
work afterwards, didn't it? I
No,
don't know. I don't remember.
Not really.
They fixed it in the end, but like when they said
Yeah.
it's fixed, it didn't work.
True.
I don't. Well, they will. I hope they fix it. Anyways, for that one, let's go to the final opinions section where we all had some loads of stuff. You guys had so much stuff that you lot wanted to add in. I don't even remember most of it, but we'll start from just I don't know. Let's go with what's a good one that you guys have that you want to talk about relating to the game that or you remember, you still remember. Anyone remember anything
Oh,
good?
Are we talking bugs or just general
Just in
stuff
general,
about?
just opinion of additions to the game, maybe something
So-
to take away. So
Need
like
better
I don't
bridges.
know,
About
windmills or the weather. You got all this other
So-
stuff.
about the armor shortly, because we were talking earlier,
Yeah, go on.
good and bad. I wish, like in Foxhole, you have the option to make stuff as a mass production. If they want to keep the armor like this, that it's not in a barrel, they could add some kind of option where you can make them in bulk, and then maybe they're all in a barrel, and it costs a little bit more wood or something.
Mm,
I mean, maybe
Yeah.
just
That's a good
have
idea.
have like a casting system. So like just make a form out of clay or something that would actually give you use to clay, anyways.
I mean,
And then just have that
I-
be used
It's
for
a
mass
clay.
production of
Here,
stuff.
here's the thing though. Making armor is gonna get changed, like for sure. It's gonna be turned into some mini game type of thing, the way smithing is right now. So coming up with solutions to the current system, I'm not 100% sure is like worth it.
It doesn't harm, like, spraying some ideas, some brainstorm ideas, I think. Maybe the devs are listening and getting inspired as well.
Yeah,
Definitely.
trust me, definitely. Like any opinion is always a good opinion. You know, there's always something that might be interesting to use that the devs might implement. You know, so yeah, like you got these guys. You know, armor mass production building. That's a good idea. I think it's a not bad idea. You know, have another building. That,
Yeah, I think it's pretty good because like also when you use like a workbench and you're just like, oh, let me make a bunch of flasks, you just fill the entire production queue with flasks and you can't use it for anything else for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, you know, like a mass production building, like you said in Foxhole, is not too bad of an idea. You know, maybe have a system where it looks a bit nicer, of course, you know, instead of just a random big building. You just shove it in and it's like, there you go.
Isengard's production of swords in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, like
They
the
poured-
Isengard
they poured
production
them-
of swords. You got the whole, like, casting of
pour it right in.
line of swords. Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it?
That would be a
Have
way
nice-
to do it.
Yeah, that would be a way, wouldn't it? Just a nice, huge forge of casting the swords or the armor, whatever. That'd be great.
Yeah, and the pagans could make a lot of fishing rods.
Instead of using
Come on,
Scorpio arrows, they just load them with fish.
The rotten fish. Can we make fun of pagans? Come on, they're not in the game yet.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Of course we can.
Nice.
100%. What else did you guys
Well,
think? Like, do
visually,
you think building was still nice for you guys? Do you lot still think there may be some changes needs to be added to that?
um,
Apart from the voting system bullshit that we saw, I personally don't have a lot of complaints towards the building system.
Building's still good, yeah, 100%. They do need to, of course, like also what on the little bug I was mentioning about how you can't demolish things when there's too much built around one section. That's also a pain.
Hitboxes.
the cursor. Sorry, Ink.
No, the hitboxes on upper levels when you're building can sometimes,
Hitboxes.
yeah, they leak into the lower floors.
Ah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, we got
Yeah, yeah.
We'll put that in the bugs one actually. That's a main one that I feel like I hated as well. So during our little disgusting, actually, I'll just skip it, whatever. But I'll just mention it anyways. It was the tables, you know, the food tables. For some reason, they have a hitbox that goes really low. We don't know why it goes really low, or the hitbox maybe just broke or something. I don't know what was going on, but for some reason that hitbox just it went to the ground and it blocked us. But yeah, a bit of a broken bug. Don't know if they know
I
how to fix it, but we'll see.
I got two things with building. First of all, the earlier mentioned cursor thing that when you deconstruct, it only shows where your cursors. And
Or what, like when you do
also,
the alt click kind of thing.
when you are in the B menu to deconstruct,
Oh, the
is
B
it B
menu.
menu?
Yeah, the
The
B
B
menu.
menu.
Yeah, to do demolish
Yeah.
button. Yeah.
Just so it like highlights what you're looking at instead of everything.
Yeah, I don't know the technical stuff, like does it then reduce the lag or not? I don't know, but
Have a
that's the idea.
small area
And
for.
and the other thing is you kind of building the high walls out of stone and wood, but visually it just looks like huge planks of wood, you know? They could maybe add some, stone structure within it, or I don't know, some side idea
Cannot spell today.
visually.
So so you're saying have a little like small area. So instead of when you
Yeah,
press
like a
B,
circle
yeah. So it's nice and like compact within the area you want to demolish, and not the whole
around the
town.
yeah
Yeah.
around around your cursor where you're going at maybe, and it kind
Yeah.
of displays then only the hammers there.
That's a good idea, 100%. Like, because it was painful just when you're like asking someone, "Hey, could you demolish this?" and you can't even see it. Like, I feel like at a point the demolish buttons started like stretching out in our town, and the item that we wanted to demolish wasn't even next to the structure. It was like 10 meters away from the structure. It's like, wait, why is the button there? I can see it there in the group of 10 other buttons, but why is it there? Like, that was
Yeah,
so confusing.
We had to stand in certain spots, turn your screen a certain direction, and then maybe you find the right button.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was a bit of a fun one. But what else? What else do you think you was needed? Maybe changing or adding in. Like they definitely, of course, need to add in new and more siege weapons. You know, because our sieges are just getting very
It's
technical
just
to the
flasks.
to the
And the rams
flasks
just
now.
kind of don't work that well.
They did modify the rams a little bit better now. I think they definitely, of course, made the distance you have to pull back very, very short. But of course it's still very hard to defend them because you've got
Yeah.
these high
Oh,
walls and
I'm just AFK for a
archers.
minute, sorry.
That's okay. But yeah, you got these high walls and like the archers are coming down and you've got nothing to defend yourself whilst you're on that ram. You know, you can't
Can
put
you
the
even
shield.
shield them?
No,
Like
you
you can't really
can't.
shield them. They can just
That's
shoot
yeah.
the tip or something and just destroy it. So
Yeah, well, as in not even that though. It's more like shielding the actual people on there. I feel like should be a thing where you can put your shield, equip it, and like hold it in front. Do you understand? Like have your shield in front of you, so it's blocking any archers shooting arrows at you from your front at least. And then you got people on your sides at least covering you or something like that. You know what I mean? So like
Yes.
at least have something like that or a pendulum
Historically
ram.
speaking, the rams were not really harmed with projectiles, so you would have to sally out and get it with like close combat. And right now, I the thing is, attacking right now is really painful if you're attacking a not bullshit settlement, you know.
Well,
So
yeah, depending how spammed they have and all that
it's
stuff.
it's not just that. Like if you have walls with archers, you're kind of fucked because shooting from the from the higher up is easy, but shooting from bottom to top, you know, to like shooting towards a higher ground, such as a wall, doesn't really work right now with the arc mechanic that we have.
Yeah,
And
100%.
then rams should not be as easily killable with ranged weapons as they are right now, because the whole point of the ram is that it's a shielded log that you like ram into the fucking door.
So no damage
Rams,
to range weapons is what you're saying. Rams should have.
they should have very very low damage, or they should take very low damage from ranged weapons, because then it incentivizes the defenders to kind of come out and try to get it themselves with swords and stuff, you know.
100%. Yeah, that's so decrew it more is what you're saying instead of letting it be destroyed by like a bow or something like that. You know.
Yeah, and you could also maybe in some hopefully balanced way introduce, you know how you can like throw the stone blocks, right?
Oh yeah,
So
yes.
so you could maybe make it that if you throw this a couple of stone blocks on the ram, it will get destroyed because you know those are big ass stone blocks.
Of course, of course.
But it's like attacking right now is basically just throw yourself at the wall until you break it, and then do the same for the inner one, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's
Because
just spam flasks and hope you break through.
pretty much there's very little strategy
Or burn
involved in
through. Yeah.
attacking.
It's well, there is a little bit of strategy with the ladders, a little bit, like not a lot, of course. You got to be. It's more of being sneaky, I guess, because like we have done sneaky attacks where we've laddered up and then we've instantly destroyed, I don't know, the spawn points or the tents or whatever. You know, you hit something basically vital that the enemy then cannot, you know, recover from really quickly. They'd have to like
Mm.
you know push them out and then rebuild it. So I feel like
But
that's not too bad still. There is a little bit of tactics on that. But of course, yeah, like you said, ramming and flasks is just hitting your head on a brick wall. Is all it is, you know.
pretty much, yeah. But may I suggest we actually keep the more PvP discussion for the next episode, because we're still in kind of the settlement phase, you know?
100%. Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
I feel like it would be worth us for us to talk more about the settlement and shit, because the PvP is gonna come in the next test.
Well,
They're not really
it
gonna
was
add
also
much
it
stuff.
was also just relating to that just a little bit. We know it will add on, but you know, we like to
Mm.
add on at least a little bit of improve this maybe just slightly, you know, just add a
Mm.
little bit of a have my shield on the front of the ram so I can cover my face from being shot or something like that. That's all that matters really. But yeah, so the building stuff you were saying, the settlement related items, what do you think should be maybe adjusted on those ones, like the size of the settlements and all that maybe, or
I mean, I made a big ass like a wall of text in the feedback channel about it, but I'll condense it. Basically, I'm not a fan of the all or nothing type of sharing that homesteads have right now, where one if you link your homestead with another person's, they have full access to everything you have, including the fucking silver you use to pay tax for the homestead, you know?
so homestead linking, you don't like it? What's wrong with that?
It's all or nothing.
But the thing is, you can link the very like you can link with the ones you want to link to.
Yeah,
So
but that's still all or nothing. And you have no control over who gets into the homestead that you link to. So
I
maybe
think you're
someone.
sorry.
go on.
I think you're kind of like hinting at the clan deposits, like in Foxhole, right? That there's something you can deposit something as a clan or
Yeah,
group.
you can still get that like in Anvil, but my point is more about
Allowing
if
others
you
to have access to that. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, like because
Outside of your
you
clan.
yeah, because it doesn't matter if you're a clan or not. There's still some things you don't want to share, you know? So
Well,
for example,
then,
you
but they
work
won't be able to. That's the thing. They won't be able to gain access to your items unless you personally link with their homestead. Because if they link
Yeah,
with
but
yours,
that's
it won't count.
it's
That's
still
just giving
it's
you
still
access
an
to their
all or
stuff.
nothing. Yeah, but it's still an all or nothing.
Yeah, that's true. Because like, it would be nice to be like, oh, you can access like this stuff, but you can't access like our armory or like all of our weapons and stuff. So they can't just take
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. Like I mean, this is primarily a thing that would benefit a clan. I'm not gonna say no to that, but I would still argue that even solo players, if they link with other solo players, they wouldn't really want someone else having complete access to what you have, including the fact that that homestead you linked to, you have no control over. The person who owns that homestead could just let anyone in, and then anyone would have access to your stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So like
It's
basically public kind of instead of privatizing everything. I understand. Yeah, yeah. It makes more sense because there might not be space.
it's
Yeah.
yes, and I proposed in the feedback channel to add this system where you know how before in the workshop, not the workshop, but the workbench, we had that little toggle that's like private public. You
Yep.
could make shit. So something like that for like almost all structures, except there's three modes. So first is completely private, so only the people in your homestead can access it. Second is your homestead and linked homesteads, so people who you allowed with the linking can access. And three is anyone in the settlement can access.
I feel like that's too complicated. I feel like it should just be either linked homesteads and the homestead you have and public, because at that point then it will just be way
Yeah,
too
but
complicated, because then you might have some people that are in your group, like in your clan, that are in the other homestead, but they don't have access to that one because you have one homestead. You have it set on one homestead and not the second homestead or something like that.
okay, but if you're from your clan, then what's the point of having them in a separate homestead?
No, because that's
Because
what
you have too many
but
people.
you have too many people. Yeah, if you have 50 plus, is it 50
Okay, but then
per
wouldn't
homestead?
wouldn't
I don't
that
remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
50.
Yeah, if you have more than 50, you got 60 guys. 10 of those guys don't have access to your buildings because you have it set to your homestead only. Or the
yeah,
other
but then
20 if you have more.
wouldn't that mean that they're in a homestead that's still like a clan homestead? There aren't solos or randoms in that.
No, no, no. So let's say you have two homesteads, right? You've got your clan homestead, right? The one basically just your 50 guys. Then you've got another homestead that's got your clan guys, half of your clan guys, and then half of them are maybe just people you want to recruit or tout, just randoms, maybe stuff like that. But you have the two buttons, like you said, your private and public, where it's private is only the people that are within your homestead link have access to it, and then of course public is everyone else that's outside the homestead link has access to it that you've built basically. So because if you have it as people that are within your homestead and then have another button for people who are in your homestead link and then another button for public, I feel like, I don't know, I'm just looking at it as for the developer's point of view. It'd be a bit complex for them to be like, oh, we got to separate it for 3 different groups, you know what I mean, stuff like that.
Yeah, but then you're still falling into the whole thing that the developers don't like. They want to avoid is homesteads. I feel like the developers constantly say that they don't want this one giant homestead in a town. You know, they want multiple small homesteads.
Yeah,
And
of
I
course.
and it's a very complex topic. Yes.
Maybe we should move on, I think, because
Yeah, we are dragging on
you already
this.
read it down to them. I
Yeah.
think maybe that's even better to understand through your text.
Yeah, have a
I have
private
a hard
public
time
mode for
following
structures. Yeah, yeah,
completely.
it's all good though.
I
I
got a,
understand what you mean. It's all good. But yeah,
got a couple things.
go on and Necron, hit me with it. What we got?
Yeah, you were talking about the weather thing, and I think some were already saying their opinion in the positive thing
Oh,
that
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to have not being able to farm. And I held back my opinion because I thought, okay, you were saying anyways, like
Yeah, yeah.
you can mention that later.
Farming, right?
So I don't like that you would say just, oh, winter, then farming impossible, and you have to like calculate better in the other seasons. I understand that, but I don't like it. I think a solution could maybe be like, oh, okay, then only, let's say, a winter hardened fruit can be planted, like potatoes. or I'm not a farmer. I
Oh,
don't know
so
if they're
so oh,
good
so
enough,
like
Sure, sure.
but
specific.
but something,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And then different foods, and that's maybe also more fun for the cooks because they're like, oh, in this season we have this more, and in this season we have this more, and then we have to calculate what we're gonna cook.
I mean,
So
Yeah,
I
like
think that could be a
seasonal
I-
crops are a good idea in general, I would say.
and
yeah, definitely. I
I
mean,
think
when
in
I said farming should be impacted
yeah,
by winter, I didn't really. I mean, sure, I phrased it as like you should not be able to farm, but I mean, there's multiple ways you can go with it, and we can definitely do it where
you angered
like
all the farmers.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. How dare you, sir? We want this difficulty. We need it more.
Yeah, I
Anyways,
think a way
Necron,
you
But,
can
Necron, you were
is
saying
like
Necron, yeah. Go on.
Yeah, I'm thinking this because what was that other game? I forgot. But there it was that when you there's like as a cook you kind of had to like maybe there was like more meat at that time and then more like different seasons, more this stuff. I think it was Zomboid or something. Yeah, probably Zomboid. And then you had to like just use whatever you had, you know, scraps and just make this type of food and this type of food. And it was more fun because of that.
Definitely. I think Rivali was going to say something as well. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say like maybe you could change, how many crops you get from, if it's wintertime or
that would be interesting. Yeah,
springtime,
so instead of
based on what kind
Yeah.
of crop it is. So like,
so maybe instead of based off the crop type, we have how do you say it? As you said, the chance. So a chance to lose crops, chance to lose maybe crops. That would be interesting because, like, let's say you've planted a full cabbage field, and you only get maybe 60% of that cabbage field. Who knows? We'll see what happens if because of the weather, right? The weather messes up your crops, and then you basically you can't get all of it back. That'd be interesting though. But then, what would be then if it's a weather like a wet season? Would you get more out of it then? More cabbage?
Yeah,
like and so on and so forth. Yeah, what's up?
Farming,
The great Anvil famines. Oh no.
I mean, they said they're gonna revamp the whole farming anyways sometime.
Yeah.
So I'm
It-
excited. Yeah.
it's definitely not a finished system at all right now, and I mean,
Well, yeah,
my
of
biggest
course.
Oh, we forgot in was it winter? Yeah, when yeah, but it's a hard time to see if you water the field. Well, because the winter or when the fertilizer's on it and stuff, or in the night. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Needs more improvement.
I'd really like to see a way to produce seeds out of crops as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did speak about that.
Valheim.
Didn't we? Yeah,
Big
get
gripe on the seed problem.
seed problem. Yeah, well, less it creates the less of what's it called? Gathering, right? The foraging. That's the word.
yeah, they have this cool system in Valheim where if you plant the crop itself, so if you plant like the carrot, it'll turn it into carrot seeds.
Oh, that's yeah.
So you
that's a
could
good one.
plant the cabbage as a cabbage, and then it would make its like it's they make the
I
seeds
think-
instead.
That'd
not
be very
sure, but I
specific,
think-
wouldn't it?
They didn't want to do that because they wanted to motivate. I'm not sure if I read that somewhere, but they want to motivate that people like still go out and gather. So
Yeah,
farmer
but
cannot
will,
just.
they will still
yeah.
gather 100%, but it's a little bit less. Do you understand? Like you don't have to torture the farmer by saying, all right, you've done your seeds, you've done everything, you've got nothing left. Go out and forage a bit more. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, an actual
No.
farmer would take some of his crop, make it into seeds. Like, take the wheat you have, use half of it for seeds, half of it for maybe the food, and then the next harvest he's got more seeds still. Well, he's got enough seeds for harvest. You know what I mean? So it's the same.
Or the
kind of-
seeds he gets from his farming only is then usable for making the animal food or something lower quality.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something
So,
quite
like,
simple.
You use more seeds, or you craft more seeds to make more animal food. Yeah, that's
Okay,
what
we're going really deep with these ideas there.
Exactly. Trust me,
farming-
farming, me and Ink, I think we could chat about this for months.
Yeah. Let's move on.
We could go
There's
for a
a lot.
while.
Yeah, that's why I like this game. There's just so
Wait,
much there's so
Ink-
much depth that you can add to certain mechanics and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, look, the list is getting huge, guys. Look, what else we got?
I got another
Before we
thing.
finish
Well, you said we should go talk about Comet next time, but this is more about structure stuff. Beacons are, I think, very easy to build. You could just like if you have a market guy next to you, you could like just buy those planks, so but destroying them you need like 10 torches
Yeah.
and you have no
Yeah.
weapon to destroy them. So I wish my suggestion would be either some kind of hammer tool that or some special weapon that is maybe weak against armor and then other stuff, but is kind of good at destroying structures like small structures, let's say,
Yeah, like
like
wooden
a
structures.
beacon.
I feel
I've
like it
always
should be
considered-
two flasks and two
or-
planks.
Or like maybe just
Or
off
is
the
very
axe.
heavy. It should have some significant downside. It shouldn't
So
just be a
it-
normal
The
weapon.
great axe.
So
Just
that
use
it
the
is
great
viable
axe.
for PvP.
Yeah, I think that would be
Really.
cool if you could use like one of the axes for like destroying like the
Yeah.
crappy walls, the palisades.
Yeah, we spoke
This is
about
the-
that as well.
Um,
Melee, the
this is
big
the-
broad
well.
axe, or the mallet, the stone mallet.
I wanted to go away from that, just kind of more focus on the beacons, but yeah, I guess like the weak walls, yeah.
Like if you're in an enemy fort, we're gonna have to sit there and throw torches at a door, or they could just give us an axe to just break
I
down
mean-
the door.
Did you see the suggestion somebody or in the feedback somebody said like you just take a bucket of water and put it on the beacon and then it's off because it is a little fire, right? But I think that's a bit too silly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like we need some sort of like a weapon that busts down like through smaller doors. It makes more sense though, right? Because like, where in the world did you see a massive ram going through a building, going inside a fort just to break down one small door? Like they had those little small not battering rams, the small hand kind of logs or whatever they used, just to smack through stuff, right?
Well,
They didn't do it.
Like
big rams.
like the modern police battering rams.
Yeah, like a police one, innit? Yeah, they just break through it, or just give me a shotgun, guys. Just shoot the top, shoot the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Yeah, for
shoot
me-
the edges. Easy.
Dude, why not just put a fucking C4 on that door?
Yeah, 100%. Come on,
For
devs,
me,
guys,
it was
give me
just
C4.
Yeah, there's a C4 guy.
Isengard.
for me it was just like the thought that beacons can be built so fast and so easy with the markets,
I do agree.
and that's why I kind
yeah.
of mentioned that. But yeah, I think there could be more balance with.
They definitely need to balance
destroying
it,
structures
like I wrote here.
in general.
2 flasks per beacon should be fine, because it's like one plank. It's 2 planks, right? The beacon. So I'll take it.
3?
2 flasks. Yeah, is it 2 or 3?
I think it's 3.
I thought it was 2.
I think it's 3. Yeah.
I swear it was 2. I must be going crazy because I
Where
remember
is the
always
wiki guy when you need him?
Yeah, I know, right? I remember always taking 6 planks with me because I always were able to build 3 beacons or something like that. I don't remember. Maybe it might have been 3. Maybe it was a full inventory. I might be going crazy. But anyways,
Chat isn't answering. We are not big enough this
yeah.
stream here.
Come on, chat. Tell me
Come on.
off. But yeah.
Yeah, I got another topic, but
Basically, one per
That's
one
fine.
ratio. So like 1 flask. We'll do this. Hold on. We'll
Yeah.
rewrite that.
Yeah, just easier to destroy the beacons. I think is just a good idea in general.
1 flask to 1 plank ratio. I feel like it should be like that. And then
Or
I
maybe
don't know. Maybe
they burn out of the fuel quicker too,
yeah.
because you can just put like 5 fiber in it, and it's like that's what you really need.
Well,
The
not
chat is
5,
saying
5
two
is couple.
two
Is it,
planks.
is it 2 planks? Oh, I knew it.
Oh my god, I
3,
have,
4
I have to
flasks.
go. I'm out. Yeah,
Told you.
lost it.
You're fired. No longer to come
Fired.
back.
I'm
Uh,
drunk.
I knew it. Yeah, you drank too much, man. Drunken truths have hit you. Any more last ones, maybe? I think we'll just take it on that last ones, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, this is. I'll see if I can make a sentence out of that. I don't know. Well, we earlier talked about deconstruction, and we talked about. Oh yeah. That we need like 5 people to deconstruct stuff, and
Oh yeah.
So I guess the idea of the death was maybe also that when you come to a town where nobody's active right now, but you have to like in order to help protect this town, because that's I guess the goal in the future, even though you're not the owner of the town. So you have to have like some kind of way to destroy stuff. So some kind of abandoned town, and I guess that's why it's maybe good to keep this kind of system where you vote to destroy stuff, right? Instead of like going there and then having to, I don't know,
I don't know
rank up.
if that's relating to your point, but I wrote voting system related to the amount of players in your town. So what I mean by that, it should be if you have, like you said, there's not that many people in your town right now. Everyone's gone AFK, gone to sleep, whatever, and there's like 3 guys in town. You should be able to have instant, like either 2 people vote then, and none of you lot are feigns, yeah? None of you lot are feigns, so you should have the power where only over 2 of you should be able to vote instantly, or at least maybe one feign or something if there is a feign.
That sounds super abusable though.
It sounds a bit
Super
abusable.
duper abusable.
Sounds a bit abusable, but maybe like I don't know. Of course, make it so
When
you need at least 1 or 2 free people. You know what I mean? Like it goes down to 3. You need then 3 votes. Minimum.
Or
You know what I
or
mean?
only when you're then actually deployed in when that base is under attack or something like that.
Or something. Well, if a base is under
No.
attack, you can't demolish
That
anyways.
gets complicated. Yeah, that gets complicated. Yeah, I don't know.
You can't. Yeah, you can't demolish when you're under attack. You just have to.
Like, I guess the town would be
suffer.
glad if they then have being able to do something to protect it better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard to think about
But
this
yeah,
when
I
it's.
think we'll end it on that because I don't have no space anymore.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
we'll
no more
keep-
topics.
We'll remember our drunken truce next time. So yeah, thank you guys for joining on this first one. It was nice. It was great. We at least updated everyone that maybe didn't see what didn't happen. So you know, we basically at least explained most of the stuff to the guys that might watch this, might not watch this. Who knows? We'll see. From Anvil, you know, the community at least is updated on what's what and what's happening. But yeah, that's about it really. I think that's all good, and thank you guys once again for joining. Yeah, that was excellent.
Thanks for having us.
No problem, man.
Yeah.
Till maybe next time. We'll see. Maybe I'll improve a little bit on the timing and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you again, guys.
Why is there no beer in the game?
Why is there no
For
beer?
real?
Yeah, dude.
For
All right,
real?
we'll add that. We'll add that. That's the last one. That's the last one. Yeah. Need beer in game, please. Drunk effect.
us-
We need a drunk
Give
effect.
us alcohol already. Come on.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
What was it? We were gonna do a catchphrase and stuff like that, you know, for when we do the updates. But I think I'll do that next time, where we like now all of Caligo knows what happened during that update, you know. But we'll do that next time, maybe, you know. We'll do that next time. We'll see how it goes. But thank you again. 3rd time in a row. Thanks.